Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Today we are on Ovation of the Sea, Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas, and we are on deck 12, room 12276. It is more towards the aft. The elevators are on down the hallway. You take a turn and are located right around the corner. As you can see right here, deck 12. We are back here, so if you were staying in a suite or Pinnacle member, whatnot, at the very end of the hall, the other direction at the very aft of the ship is the suite lounge. So that's very nice and convenient to have right here next to us. But today, like I said, we are doing 12276 and also 12274. We have joining rooms on this one. They are balcony rooms, so let's go ahead and head on in. Alright, upon entering, like normal, on the back of the door you do have your safety information. The muster station is on deck 5. It is D4. That is at Jamie's Italian, so really easy to find once you get on the ship. Just go right there, do your little check-in. You have a magnet here for your room attendant. This one doesn't, some of them are double-sided. This one just has the sleeping off Avenger, so always put that on the outside of your door if you don't want them coming in and whatnot. So there's all that. To the left, you have your thermostat and then the master switches. Always have something in here, either a room key or this, we just put a piece of paper. Otherwise, if that is not in there, then the lights will go out and you'll be out of luck. But that is your master switch for everything in the room. Then to the right, you have your full-length mirror. And prior to that is the door. So we will show you, not right now, but you open it. So if you are not with the person next to you, they do stay locked. Otherwise, we'll show you what's behind door number 2 after I get done with this tour of this room. So over to the left, you have the bathroom. The light switch is on the outside here. Always be careful, there's a step up. It is your standard balcony bathroom. You've got trash can down below, extra toilet paper, such. And then the shower door opens up. And you have some hooks here for hanging your wet swimsuits, also outside of the shower as well. You've got the removable shower head. Excuse me. And then the standard 3-in-1 hair body wash that is in every stateroom. So, and down below, I know I've pointed this out on the past couple, but it is my favorite part, to be able to prop my foot up there and be able to shave my leg a little easier in these tinier locations. So, alrighty, and some hooks on the bathroom door as well. Okay, heading on out, you have a closet, which they are nice deep closets. 2 areas where you can hang stuff. Also, if there are more people in the room, I also put our carry-ons in here, stuff like that. In the bottom, there's plenty of space. The couch makes it so that you can sleep more people. It does make into another bed, so that is nice as well. To the right, you've got the vanity mirror, desk. The desk does pull out. So again, I know I've stated on other videos, if you like to sit over, maybe order room service, breakfast, whatnot, you can pull it over to the couch, watch TV, whatnot. So it just makes for nice workspace. You do have 2 USB ports. a European plug-in, and 2 others. You've got your light switches here. That one is your vanity, and then the other one, it does the light above your balcony door. Then moving on, you've got more storage, tons of drawers. This room here is the blow dryer. Sorry, I went blank there for a minute. They do come with blow dryers. They are not the strongest, and if you have a specific one you want to bring from home, they will not confiscate it, but they do come with blow dryers. And then, sorry, our son brought his PlayStation. In the other drawer, you do have the breakfast menu. Continental breakfast is free, included. It's just basic. You've got your juices. Sorry, you're getting my shadow there. Juices, coffee, milk, tea, toast, bagels, English muffin, donuts, pastries, jams, spreads, and such, and cereals, fruit, and yogurts. If you want, there is the American breakfast, which it does cost $7.95, but it's per room. So if there are 3 of you, 4 of you, whatnot, it is still just the $7.95, and you can order eggs your way, pancakes, hash browns, sausage, bacon, and mimosas and Bloody Marys as well. So, but again, the American breakfast, you do get the charge. Sorry, and then you've got several drawers there as well. Moving on, you've got the cooler. It is not a refrigerator, and it even states it on there. It says, "Keep it cool but not cold. This appliance is a cooler, not a refrigerator." So if you do need a refrigerator for medical purposes, either contact Royal before getting on the ship, or when you get on, you can talk to your room attendant and they will get that upgraded to you, bring in a refrigerator for you for your medical needs. So another thing that this room offers, it has a tea or coffee, whatever you want, or if you're like our son, you can boil hot water and make ramen in your room. So, but you need to bring your own ramen on. There's that also. But it does have that, and they do have some teas and coffees as well. So, and we always request, another thing you can do, you can ask your room attendant. We like to have an ice bucket in our room. We enjoy making our own drinks in the morning or evening, whatnot. And so our room attendants have always been very good about replenishing them. They give us them in the morning and then in the evening as well. So we have more storage over here, another cabinet, and then the safe. This one has more shelving. We've got the safe in here as well, but multiple shelves, more storage to hang stuff, and then down below 2 more deep drawers. So very nice. Along the side of the bed, you do have your phone and a nightstand. You got nightstands on each side. If you are wanting the beds separated, what they've done here is they have pushed them together to make the Royal King. But if you want them separated, you can request that beforehand, or when you get on board, you can have them separate them. And what they will do is they'll put the nightstands in the middle together as one, and then you'll have a little space in between you. So then you have the night lights here. And apparently this one, oh, there we go. Sorry. We got those on each side. On the right side, you'll see here in a minute, that it has a master switch for the room as well. But and you've got the phone too. Up above, this is extremely nice as well. More storage on both sides. So that is super handy for, like, if you want to get, again, your, I know my husband will sometimes, he'll put his shoes up there, or I will put our backpacks or whatever we're going to carry off, like to the beach or whatnot. So that's very nice, kind of keeping the room tidy. You have your TV. And this TV over here, it does come off the wall. Sometimes you got to give it a little tug. So if you are doing something like we are traveling for an extended time, that's why we allowed our son to bring his PlayStation. So for those parents wondering, can our kids bring their devices? Do they work with the TV? Yes, they do. There are USB ports, and he has his plugged in. What he does is he unplugs the Royal Caribbean one, and it does not hurt the TV. It doesn't do anything to their programming. You just plug it back in before you leave. Remember to plug it back in so that their screen comes on, or if the kids want to watch any of the Royal programming, all you have to do is just plug that back into the port. But in order for the PlayStation to work, you have to pull that out. So that's about it. Moving on this side of the bed, what I was saying is you do have the outlet. If you're wondering about plugins you can bring, this one is a safe approved outlet. It's just the different USB charging device one. So never been confiscated. My son carries it on in his backpack. So that just goes back in there. And like I had said earlier, this is a master switch. So should you be in bed and you have forgotten to turn off the lights, not a problem. So you can just get that right there. Alrighty, now moving on out to our balcony. This one is a little bit of a different balcony on this ship. And I don't know if you can see it up here because it's so dark. Anyway, usually when the handle's down like this, that means the door is locked. On Ovation, it is opposite. When the handle is up, gotta be careful. When the handle is up, then your door is locked. And so in order for your air conditioning to be operating, the door needs to be in the locked position. So, but now we'll move on out. We did have our stateroom attendant open up the balcony in between our rooms so that we could have one bigger balcony. However, the balcony has this big beam divider between us. So typically it's not like that. Typically you have a door like that between. And I think I may like this better because otherwise you have this blocking you from whomever's next to you. And instead we've got it blocking in the front. So instead we have a walkway behind where it wouldn't be before. So we just have one huge balcony. Sorry, I've got a little laundry going on today. Brian needed his shoes washed. But as you can see, it makes for a really nice size balcony here. We can sit out here, enjoy the views. We're in Cabo today. So let you all enjoy that. We got Lovers Beach way over there, and we can't see the arch, but where all the boats are congregating over there, the arch is behind that. So beautiful day here in Cabo. So again, there is our extended balcony, and then here in a minute we'll be going through the secret doors, and you'll be able to see the room next door where we get to hang out. So alrighty. Oh, and out on the balcony, almost forgot, it does come with 2 loungers and the footstools and a nice small but table. So the chairs do recline, so you can sit out here, relax, and enjoy the beautiful views. Alrighty, heading back in for one more look. Again, this is room 12. We have 12276 and 12274. So now we will head back over. Oh, sorry. One thing about this, having the balconies open, the door, the divider, I'll show you what it would look like if it were shut. If it were shut, it would be like this. there's just one problem. It only swings this way. So if you don't have a chair propped up against it, that's what you hear all night long. But also, when you prop a chair against it, you then can't open your door if you can get locked out. So yeah, that's the only inconvenience of this, I would say. But alrighty, heading over. Here we go. And now we will head into our room, which is 12274. And all you have to do is this. And here we will go into 12274. Like I said, we've got joining rooms. It shuts right behind, and actually you can, I didn't show, let me open this up. We can actually shut the door here too. It's kind of hard to pull. You can pull the joining room shut, so you've got a double barrier there. So it seals up like that. And again, if you don't have, if you're not joining rooms, these are locked, so you can't even open them. But okay, so now welcome to room 12274, and it's basically the same layout, just opposite. So you come in, here we've got our thermostat, the master switches. To the right here we have the bathroom. Again, just like the others, watch your step going up. Got everything in here. Hello. And same thing, the door pulls open, places to hang. I know on some of the other ships, the older ships, they do have the string you can pull across to hang on the other side, so you can hang stuff up. This one, they do have the hooks here and outside of the tub or shower. And then the 3-in-1, the shower head is movable. This one kind of sticks a bit, but you can move it up and down. And then some people don't realize this, but once the shower is going, you have a select button, and so you get the options of, you know, like the rainfall or the different varieties on how you want the water to flow. So, and then the temperature controls from freezing cold to burning your skin off. And of course, my favorite, to shave my legs. So there we go. Heading on out. We've got the full length mirror. And our room was just done up. So something that they don't do on every ship, and actually they don't really do much at all anymore unless you request it, is the cruise compass. There is a QR code that is in your room, and you can scan that. You can look on the Royal app and you can get the cruise compass, or if you are old school and you want the cruise compass so you can physically hold it and see, like, here's our day 5, we're at sea tomorrow, but this has everything that's going on. So if you, like I said, if you want, you can request that. And here's our little towel birdie today. Anyway, moving on. So I've got, on each side of the bed, you have your cabinets, and inside we do have all of our hanging clothes. And then, like I said earlier, this is where we hide, or at least I do. I hide my carry-on. So just kind of frees up some space in the room. In this room, this side of the bed, we have our outlets. So you have one outlet plus the master switch, and then the lights here. they are not a part of the master switch. So you have to turn them off and on there. And then I always have my phone charger there. But then you have storage down below on the nightstands. Again, same as in the other room. The beds can be divided. So again, they would divide it and put the end table or the nightstands in the middle. So that's another option as well. And up above, more storage. That's why I love this class of ship. This class has the most storage. Over there I have hidden our backpacks and whatever else I needed to hide for the video. So moving on, the TV same as the other side. It does pop out. Of course, we've got all of our stuff plugged in. And on this class of ship, we've been able to stream. We've been watching our Netflix, so making sure we can stay up to date on our shows when we need to take a vacation from the casino, get out of there. So again, another cabinet. Over here we do have, in this cabinet you do have the safe. So lots of storage here. The couch does pull or make into another bed, so if you're needing more space, that's another convenience. And the desk, same, pulls out. And we've got, of course, the same as over there, another approved device, but we have both American and then our European. And in this room, it was hard to tell actually. Brian didn't realize, but these pop up so you can put plug your USB in. But and then the vanity mirror with the switches, light switches here for the vanity mirror, and then the other switch there goes there. Also, coffee maker, or in our son's case, ramen noodles. Works out great. So little helpful hint there if you want to bring your ramen along. And below you have the cooler, not the refrigerator. So, and if you'd like to see, I did do this video a little later than what I did our joining room. So you're not going to get much of a view because it's darker out now, but we still have the balcony space open, and we're pretty far off Cabo now, so yep, nothing to see. Dark skies, but there you go. Our balcony, same thing. We've got 2 chairs that both recline with stools and the table. We enjoy sitting out here playing games or just having some drinks and enjoying the view. So back again, and I'll actually take you back out in the hallway one last time from this room. Again, this is room 12274, Ocean View Balcony. Again, our joining doors here, and heading out, there's 12274, and that concludes the tour of our joining staterooms. Again, rooms deck 12, 274, and 12276 on Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas. Alrighty, until next time, please like and subscribe.